Hey guys, Dave here. I have Battle for Italy from Avalon Hill. I picked this up at auction for dirt cheap. I believe this was also made by Operational Studies Group, and in that one it was a microgame format. This is still pretty small though, so I guess you could say this is kind of like a boxed microgame or mini game, but anyhow, let's read what the back says. It says let me zoom in a little bit, by November of 1796, Napoleon Bonaparte was 8 months into a brilliant campaign in northern Italy, which was removing any Austrian threats to the French Republic's southern flank. The fighting that month north of the besieged city of Mantua proved to be one of the first great challenges in the young General Bonaparte's career. Two Austrian forces under Marshal El Vinci and Lieutenant General Davidovich threatened to converge on the French from the north and east, joined together at Verona, and marched southwards to raise the siege. Bonaparte's task was to make use of his interior lines around Verona to unite his scattered and outnumbered troops and defeat the separate wings of the Austrian pincers in detail. So it says playing time's hour and a half and complexity rating 4 out of 10. Back then, I guess that was true. Nowadays, this would probably rate as a complexity of maybe 2.5 out of 10. It's a pretty simple game. But inside, it's got a little flyer here where you can buy all these old Avalon Hill games. And it's got discontinued parts lists. Obviously, this is completely out of date, but it's kind of interesting to look at this stuff from the past. Here's the rules. The rules are, went through this already. Rules, I believe, are just one sheet. It's kind of like in a poster format. But there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 pages, I believe. Let me verify that. Oh no, there's more too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's kind of a crazy format how they did it all on one page, but anyhow, it starts with the introduction, game equipment, going over what the different things in the counters mean, and then it's talking about the command phase and movement phase and combat phase. That's for the Austrian player turn. So, hold on, this is crazy how they got this here. Alright, so that was page 2. Okay, here, hold on a sec. What a crazy way to make a rule book. Alright, that's page 1. Let's see if we can find page 2. Page 2 and 3 are here. Okay. And now it's going over command and Austrian movement and initiative. That's page 3. Let's see if we can find page 4. And it's talking about repulsing and stacking and zones of control. Page 5 is all about combat. And 6, retreat after combat, and pursuit after combat, and disorganization and rally. So, and then on the last page it's talking about reinforcements and then victory conditions. Let's see what the victory conditions are. For the Austrians, the Austrian player wins by exiting 10 or more strength points off the map between the 2 primary road hexes, which leave its southern edge inclusive. The Austrian player also wins by occupying Verona and having it within dispatch distance at the end of the game turn 7. French victory conditions. French player wins if the Austrian has failed to win after the end of game turn 7. So, alright, so you win if the Austrians lose. Alright, let's take a look at the counters. Yeah, the counters have like just basic symbols on them. They look terrible, actually. I mean, this is from like 1982. The 1980s had poor counters, but these are really bad. I mean, I'm sure they're useful and so forth, and I haven't played the game in years, but they are useful actually. But as you can see, they just don't look that good. But whatever. All right, here's the charts. So you have the combat results table, which tells you who retreats and so forth, and how many points of damage it's been years since I played this. I'm going to have to read the rule book again. And then there's an initiative modification matrix, terrain effect on movement, so it's got a terrain effect chart there, pursuit table, and a setup reinforcement track. Would have been nice if they would have had two of these, one for each player, but the fact that they have the charts outside of the book is definitely helpful. And what I like about this is the map. Even though this is, I guess you would call it a mini game or a micro game, the map is mounted, which is nice. I mean, I don't really see any micro games with mounted maps. And it looks, for 1982, it looks pretty good. It's got a terrain key here, and then for each side, an organization display. And you can see one's meant to be read from this side of the map and the other from the other side, so that's good. So anyhow, I'll play this again sometime. It's been a long time since I've played Battle for Italy. Obviously, it was a different copy that I played. I think my friend has it, but I'll try it again and review it when I get a chance. Thanks for watching. Please click like on the video if you liked it, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel. And as always, have a good evening.